Still doing the same process. Ooh, this stuff is just rotten. Dabbing right along that line of where I've uncovered and getting under there with the tool. If you are working with a metal tool, you know, I wouldn't recommend it because it would be too easy to hit other parts of the camera and damage it. So try to find something plastic. If you don't have one of these, if you could run to the hardware store and get one of these little wall patching tools, mudding tools, whatever they're called, spackle tool. I'm not at risk for damaging the camera or myself, so be very careful. Don't injure yourself while doing this. Your fingers are a lot more important than getting new leather on the camera. So proceed with caution. I've got most everything off of this first panel, but there's still a little bit of this adhesive residue left. I think at this point I can take a little bit of my lighter fluid, either on a cotton pad like this or a piece of cloth. I'm just going to put a little bit on a pad and kind of wipe that, because I think the last bit is just going to come off a little easier this way. It's interesting to see what's under these leather covers. I've never seen a naked Polaroid before. It looks like this one panel, I don't think any of the others have it, but it looks like this one panel is actually some kind of a metal underneath. But looks like I'm getting it pretty clean. There's a plastic layer here. I don't know if that went on with the leather when the camera was made, or if it's just something, a layer that was in between. I'm thinking I might want to leave it, even if it was part of the original leather, because it's covering a multitude of holes here that I don't think I want to get into messing with. So I'm just going to leave that as is and continue with these other panels. I don't think I made too much of a mess here. I don't see too much stuff out on the sides. It's still a little sticky here, so I'll do some more cleaning. And I'm going to continue on the other panels. Okay, I'm finding on this panel, it also has this plastic layer underneath, and I'm finding it's a little easier to remove than the leatherette is. So if I can pull this off and the leather with it, I think I'll be much better off. There are screws here. I'm going to try to avoid getting the lighter fluid into those screw holes, but I'm just going to guide a little bit at a time right at the edge of this plastic. And I think I'm going to be able to just pull it right up. So this is going to be fun, messy work. This is pretty icky, sticky stuff. This is remaining adhesive on here. And I am finding that the lighter fluid works to as a solvent for that. So I'm going to continue to clean and wipe this away with one of these cotton pads, and it's pretty thick, so this is going to take a little while. This is some job. I had no idea what was underneath this, so I'm going to keep on cleaning. I'm going to try to do the same thing as I did previously on this large panel, getting that plastic layer off, because that was actually pretty easy. I've gotten something sticky on there already, but well, I'm going to clean it again. So once I cleared a little bit of the leather away, I can get to this plastic and I can start to peel it up. That kind of gets the leather up all at once. The leather does crumble when you do this, so if it's this rotten, expect there's going to be a mess. I have a couple of towels here because of that, because this is definitely not a very tidy job. Okay, I got that off. I have a pile of dry, nasty leatherette here. I'm going to try to kind of dump that off without getting it inside the camera. And interestingly enough, there's writing here. There's a 7 and possibly a 3. I'm not sure. I wonder if it was an ID number of whoever maybe assembled the camera originally. Always interesting what you find inside of these old things. And try not to put that in that pile of stuff. And I'm going to keep cleaning residue.